Leadership, it has been said, is not about position. Not about the position one occupies, but the responsibility one accepts. Today, I stand before you fully conscious of the weight of this responsibility and the high expectation of our officers, our nation, and Nigerian people. The Nigerian police force exists to serve the people, protect the nation, and uphold the rule of law. These are not abstract ideals. They are daily obligation. Our authorities derive not from merely status, but from public trust. Once that trust is weakened, our effectiveness is diminished. Under my leadership, professionalism, accountability, and transparency shall not be a slogan, it shall be a standard. We must be clear-eyed about our realities in an era of heightened public scrutiny and instant communication. Every action of the police reflects instantly on the entire police force. As leaders, we must continually remind ourselves of an enduring truth. Authority is strongest when it is exercised with restraint, fairness, and sound judgment. While uniform confers lawful powers, it is our conduct, our words, our actions, and decisions that ultimately confers legitimacy. Respect for human rights is therefore not optional. Respect for human rights is therefore not optional. It is fundamental to professionally policing and central to sustaining public trust. The Nigerian police force is, first and foremost, the people's police, and our continued relevance depends on the confidence the public places in us. Every Nigerian, irrespective of status, belief, or background, must be treated with dignity, fairness, and respect. Any conduct that undermines these principles weakens the public confidence, erodes institutional legitimacy, and will not be condoned under this leadership. By upholding this standard, we reinforce the rule of law and strengthen the moral authority upon which effective policing is built. To restore and sustain public confidence in the Nigerian police force, our internal accountability mechanism will be strengthened, revitalized, and insulated from undue influences. The force provost, the complaint response unit, and the escort will be empowered to operate decisively, independently, and without fear of favor in the investigations of misconduct, abuse of authority, corruption, or unprofessional conduct. The message must be clear: no officer is above the law. Citizens must feel safe and encouraged to report wrongdoings, while officers must understand that loyalty to the force does not extend to shielding misconduct or tolerating indiscipline. Under this leadership, there will be no sacred cows. Rank, seniority, or position will offer no protection. Officers found culpable will face swift and appropriate disciplinary actions, including dismissal, prosecution where applicable. This administration will act firmly, fairly, and transparently to deter misconduct, reinforce discipline, and restore public trust in the Nigerian police. At the same time, discipline must go hand in hand with capacity building. We will undertake a comprehensive review of our recruitment processes to ensure that only individuals of sound character, competence, and commitment are admitted into the Nigerian police force. Our training curricula across all police institutions will be modernized and continually updated to reflect emerging realities. Beyond entry-level training, we shall place strong emphasis on continuous professional development, specialized skills acquisition, and periodic retraining to ensure that our officers remain effective, confident, and professional in discharging of their duties. Community policing will be a central pillar of our operational philosophy. Policing cannot succeed in isolation from communities we serve. I will insist on full and practical implementation of community policing across all command and formation. Commissioners of police must prioritize sustained engagement with traditional institutions, community leaders, youth groups, civil society, and the youth in general. Security is a shared responsibility, and partnership is our greatest force multiplier. The police force must remain the lead agency in internal security management of our nation, and preserving as well as strengthening this primacy is a responsibility we must all pursue with clarity of purpose. Priority will be given to strengthening our intelligence gathering architecture, enhancing inter-unit coordination, and improving information sharing across commands and formation. As we approach the 2027 general elections, our responsibilities to the nation becomes both heightened and non-negotiable. The credibility of the electoral process, the stability of our democracy, and the confidence of the Nigerian people will depend largely on the conduct of the Nigerian police force as the lead agency in the election security management. In the discharge of this duty, the police must be firm in enforcing the law, impartial in its decision, and professional in its conduct, and strictly neutral in all electoral management. We will secure the electoral process before, during, and after the elections. Protect democratic institutions, electoral officers, voters, and critical infrastructures, and ensure that every Nigerian can exercise their civic rights freely, peacefully, and without fear or intimidation. Let me state, without ambiguity, there will be zero tolerance to partisanship, misconduct, or abuse of authority. Any officer found to have compromised neutrality, violate electoral laws, or act outside approved rules of management will face swift disciplinary action, including prosecution where applicable. I am actually aware that no police force can perform optimally if its officers are burdened by neglect. Our welfare will therefore be a central focus of my administration. Issues of housing, remuneration, pension, health, and overall well-being will receive deliberate and sustained attention. We will pursue policies and partnerships that improve living conditions and provide psychological and emotional support for our personnel. When officers are cared for, morals improve. When morals improve, performance follows. Let me assure you, this leadership will stand with officers who do right, who work diligently, and who uphold the honor of the force. Support will be given, but excellence will be demanded. Change is not coming, it is here by the grace of God. And it will be changed for the better. I call on all senior officers to align with this vision and demonstrate decisive leadership within your commands. History will judge not by intention, but our actions. Together, we must build a police force that reflects the aspiration of our people and earn their confidence every day. I wish to express my deep gratitude to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, for the trust reposed in me. I assure Mr. President and all Nigerians that I will discharge the responsibility with diligence, integrity, courage, and unyielding commitment to national security. To the Nigerian people, I say this: the police is your partner. We cannot succeed without your cooperation, your trust, and your engagement. I urge all citizens to support the police, obey the law, report serious activities, suspicious activities, report it to us, and join us in building a safer, more secure nation. We cannot succeed without you. Let us therefore recommit ourselves to unity of purpose, clarity of mission, and excellence in service. Let us stand in a manner that inspires confidence within the force and trust outside. If we do this, we will not only secure Nigeria, we will strengthen its future. On this note, I welcome you all to this conference and charge you to engage productively, lead courageously, and uphold the highest ideals of our noble profession. Together, we shall restore pride in this uniform and honor in our service. God bless Nigerian Police Force. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, and I wish you